Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Napoleon, and today we are back with another Enlisted video, and today we're going to be talking about the latest addition to Enlisted, and that is the M36 GMC. For those who don't know, this is an American tank destroyer coming to the game, and this is a tech-free version. So without further ado, let's just get started with the history. The M36 gun motor carriage, or GMC, was known as the Jackson, and was developed by the United States during World War II in response to the failure of the M10 against, well, German armor. The M10's 3-inch gun was significant, but at the end of the war it became insignificant. To counter German heavy tanks, the Pamper-ended Tiger, the 90mm of the M3 was then used on the M36. This featured an open-top turret that housed the gun, and thus it provided excellent firepower. However, it left the crew exposed. A later modification added a folding armored roof for better protection. The M36 entered European combat in September 1944 and was well received by both crew and accompanying units to destroy heavy armored German tank. In combat effectiveness, it was noted during the Battle of the Bulge, and due to its high demand, M4 Shermans were then reconverted to M36s. After World War II, the M36 played the role of the M26 with excellent firepower and better protection, except for this fact that it didn't have the excellent protection. Studies showed that the tank destroyer was used more often in infantry support roles than anti-tank roles, mainly because there's not as many Tigers and Pampers that are running around. Despite this, the M36 continued to serve in Korea, providing good, excellent advantage against Soviet and later Chinese armor. It was used in the Indochina War, the Croatian War, and so on. So without further ado, let's move on to the stats. In terms of the stats, this thing has a powerful 90mm gun, same as the Pershing. Unlike the Pershing, this has a 12.7mm machine gun that can be used by the commander only if you peek out of the turret, which actually is not that bad of an idea. The hull armor is 51 on front, 25 on side, 25 on back, 12 on the bottom, and the turret armor is 57 on the front, 22 on the side, and 25 on the back, meaning this thing is paper thin. And it does have a good engine power, but that's because this tank is paper thin. So without further ado, let's move on to the verdict, and the verdict is pretty dang simple. This is a good tank. This tank is essentially a glass cannon, especially with the 90mm. And speaking of the 90mm, this 90mm is actually better than the Pershing's 90mm, mainly because of the fact that the Pershing's 90mm HE is pretty bad. This HE is actually pretty dang solid, so that is something to note. This is also really good at taking out tanks, as it was historically used for, but once again, if you face anything like a Tiger, you still have to aim properly. As a matter of fact, the Tiger can one-shot penetrate you, no problem. As a matter of fact, any plane with a sense of semblance of that can kill you. If it has a 20mm gun, it can kill you, or strafe you to death, mainly because you're open top, and right behind you, right behind where the machine gun lies, is the ammunition. So if that thing cooks off, you're practically dead. So that's that. In my personal opinion, this is a very fast anti-tank gun that can also take out infantry, so that's pretty dang solid. It can fight against heavy armored opponents, but at the same time, if you get shot, you are pretty much dead, so that's that. That is something to be careful of. So without further ado, this is all for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next one.